Hey y'all, welcome back to Date Card Pod. I'm Jenna, and it has been quite the break for me. I jumped back onto my Zoom today to get ready for this podcast, and it still had the image I had of Clayton and Gabby from our last podcast episode we did together, which then immediately, that was like the best episode we've ever done in our entire lives. The next day, I proceeded to have like a really intense medical situation that lasted like 2.5 months where I really couldn't look at screens. I had migraine symptoms that were being caused by medication. Real fun. Loved it so much. But I remember very much like that night of you and I recording, and I was like, man, my eyes don't feel good while I'm looking at the screen. And then sure enough, the next day I had to go to the doctors, and it was anyway. But I miss you guys so much. I really do. I've just been trying to be in my healing era a little bit. I also moved in with my girlfriend. Everybody clap. Thank you. Oh, sounds good.
Nice. Literally, yay!
Literally, you and I were like talking last June, and I was like, okay, I need anyone who will love me and loves Twilight. And then I found that bitch.
I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I'm like number one Giona Stan.
Gisena, we decided on. It does sound like a medication for
Giselle.
IBS, but
No, honestly, Gisena sounds giving more one of these weight loss ones now because they all have there's like 5 million of them now. And because I am too cheap to pay for literally any streaming service without ads, I see many ads
yeah,
for that
all of
stuff.
it.
Anyway,
Yeah. Oh, and also, hey, welcome back, Shannon, everybody.
hi!
May the roses align. Oh my God.
Which, it's so funny. I'm literally
You also took a break and you were like,
I when the Bachelor is gone, I am gone. However, I am not gone, and I really need to get my shit together and just like post on that account non-Bachelor because I am the amount of sucked in I am to Love Island right now is un unhinged. It's insane. It's insane. Love Island is the future. It is the moment.
I'm gonna have to
She
jump
is
in
everything.
eventually.
And look, it's hard because it does air 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So it is
Fucking insane.
so you have to be
Yeah.
clinically insane to keep up with it properly, like I am. And anyway, because I can't go on the internet without getting completely spoiled about every single episode, so I have to watch it
Yeah.
when it drops.
No,
I'm
that's
actually a
that's made
single.
for TV. That's
No,
like that's
it's
water
event TV.
cooler. Like that's
It's
amazing.
it is event television, genuinely. And I really think everybody needs to just get over
Yeah.
anybody who has, I mean, no one listening to this podcast,
No, that's
but
the thing.
other people, and if you're listening to this and you know people who are like this about Love Island and they think that it's going to be just boring or whatever, stupid hot people, oh, I don't care about reality TV. Shut them up and sit them down in front of Love Island and make them watch, okay?
No, I
Just
know.
like
I
what's
know we'll like
like
it.
that meme where you're just like forcing the eyes open. Just keep watching it, okay? Because seriously, it's insane because they there's we get to vote for people we like, and then those people that we like get to vote people out that they don't like, and then they get to bring in new people to break everyone up, and then they get to send people to a new villa to break everyone up, and then they get to send eliminated people on a date together. Surprise, because the whole entire internet ships them together. And so they're like, fuck it, producers, we ball. They both happen to get eliminated, date, and sure enough, internet is up, chop, 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 eating it up.
God.
No, seriously, this is
My
an
chaotic ass would be putting people who are not good together.
that's trust me,
Yes.
you are not alone. That is also because seriously, the part literally part of the like this the one of the voting scenarios this season of Love Island was to vote for who we thought bombshells, aka
I don't
the
think so.
people who walked down new at Paradise, right? If you're not familiar, the all the new people who aren't the day one cast, anybody who arrives after
Yeah.
would be considered a bombshell.
Yeah.
Bomb they we get to vote who we think three bombshells, two men, one woman should be with. And we get they couple up. And the remaining people who are not chosen by them get put up single. Okay. We split up. We being America. Me, I voted.
Yep.
I did. Okay.
I voted.
America came together. Unlike,
Unlike
um,
for
I
unlike for one
look,
thing that happened
I'm
in
just saying,
November.
I'm just saying, if the Love Island app creators made an app to vote
Absolutely.
and sent notifications out
Yeah, we
like
might
they
have
do
rights.
to
We might have
remind
rights.
we literally might have rights. But Love Island is a television show and not part of the political
I mean, the
sphere.
president's a television host, so let's
Oh,
fight. You know, let's what are we
oh.
talking about?
Yeah, I literally walked into that one too. I
Yeah, like
literally.
okay, anyway.
Wow. So anyway,
But
anyway,
I am
that
excited.
I'm
We
so
cannot
excited for this gay shit because Love Island is way too straight for me,
That's the thing.
okay?
I was gonna say, like, I can get over a lot of stuff and I might eventually fall in, but part of me is like, I am craving queer stuff more than ever because, of course, we are here to talk about Queer Ultimatum season two. And we are so excited to do that, but every time it comes back on, I'm like, wow, all other television is nothing to me.
I
And
actually am only behind on Love Island right now
because of this.
because of this show.
Yeah.
So it's the only thing that could get in the way.
Yeah.
So good job, gay people.
Good
Good
job.
job, lesbians. Let's go, lesbians. Because, and also, let's go, lesbians, for giving us this television. Okay.
This
This
is a better
level,
season already in a lot of ways. My heart to the first
many
season
ways.
forever, and it'll always hold a my your first lesbian love. It's always the most important
You'll
one.
never forget.
You'll never forget. But this season is already it's gotten my attention so much, and I'm so excited. We both just finished the first seven
Literally
episodes that dropped.
so fresh.
Literally Shannon just like finished and texted me like, let's go. So we're
I
really
had one
fresh.
episode to go.
So, excuse us if we miss certain random things. We'll talk about it in our follow-up episode. But also, just as a warning, if you've never listened to this podcast, Shannon and I, when Shannon jumps on, we get crazy. We just say whatever we want. And if you are, I don't know, if for some reason you're on the show and you happen to get to this podcast, first of all, hi, slide into the DMs. And second of all, we're not being like we know that we are being fed a television show and what we see on screen is what the producers want us to see and to make this entertainment show. You as a person are probably pretty great, honestly. You know,
Yeah, all of these people, and this is something actually I will say about the cast, not even in a PSA way, but in a general way. All of these people seem extremely normal,
yes.
more normal than any cast of reality TV currently on TV.
Yes.
Like, this is the first time I've watching a reality show that has come out in the last literally maybe 2, 3 years where I could look at these people and be like, I think I could actually meet all these people in real life in a normal scenario, and it's like they are normal. And a lot of them are obviously hot, various degrees of hot,
Yeah.
but it's like as far as their drama,
Mhm.
this drama is feeling so fucking real. And anyway, so obviously yes, everyone here, all these people are
Human.
lovely, fabulous humans. However, they all signed up for a television show to be judged.
By
And we
Douglas.
are gay and ready to judge, and I am ready to judge.
Yeah.
And I'm also ready to
Hmm.
hold space for the insecurities amongst these dykes
Yeah.
because it's
For sure.
strong.
It's
They
strong.
are they are loud and proud, okay?
Honestly, and so I was just perusing some of their Instagrams. I didn't get a chance to look at everybody so far, but all of them seem so loud and proud and, hashtag, Pride Month. And I love it. Of course, we do have two interesting stories with Megan and Pilar, who are both come from families that didn't really accept their queerness and they're still in whatever cycle of like that coming out process, which I
And
found very real,
specifically
like you said.
related, yeah, and specifically related to like Megan's ethnicity is like
Yes.
Lebanese and
Yeah.
strong family there, and then Pilar with religion, and also like what did she? I'm trying to remember. She specifically mentioned her parentage, Nicaraguan and something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was emphasizing Catholicism
Mm.
being the issue, religion, and so it's this mix of all of that and how these other gay people are responding to this. Like I notes. 2025 and everybody should be cool and we should all be mad at people, but like who are homophobic, but also like, can we maybe give some grace to these people who are dealing with their families? Like these people getting the ultimate, like Megan and Pilar specifically getting the ultimatum, and Pilar's like crying about how she's afraid her family won't be at a wedding.
Yeah.
And
So like it's
Megan
a
is
big
like,
deal.
my family don't know, and they still think I need to be with men. And it's like crazy because also look at her, Megan. Look at Megan.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Gorgeous.
That is like oh my God. No, actually, Megan is someone that there's only a few of them that I'm like actually be like, you know what? I'd hit that. Megan is one of them for sure. Um,
Really topped. I was like the other day I was like that's I okay, long-haired sports masks are not necessarily
she needs to cut the hair.
my vibe. I mean I would, I'd get a drink, but that's not who I'm gonna like,
She's just so stunning.
She is
Like her
stunning.
face, like in these shots, they like like when they're having these close-up shots, like when they're in conversations, and I like look at her and I'm like, damn, like she just has such a nice face.
Nice hair too.
And the hair, exactly, that she's hiding up in that bun with a fucking not even shaped up undercut.
She's okay, she knows she's hot.
What is happening? What is happening? Okay. We need to shape it up if we're going to be on television, or we need to wear the hair down because the hair looks amazing, looks thick and luscious and gorgeous. But I saw some stray TikTok comment that was basically like, I feel like she's probably the bun up mask because of wanting to kind of code switch with her family and being able to wear her hair down with her family. But in gay spaces, it goes right up and undercut is out. But again, shape up the undercut
Mhm.
because it's been bothering me this whole time looking at that every single time, every single shot. I'm like, why is that almost an inch fucking long under there? But you could see the lines. You could see that she's trying like there's something happening there. But it's like shape just anyway.
Well, she
I
didn't want to be on the show. Let's get into this drama because it's definitely one of the
that's
biggest dramas of this season so far, and the one I'm most attached to is her dynamic with her ex or current partner,
Dana.
Dana, and her being with Haley, who was an unsung, like a dark horse, like just came out of nowhere to be one of my faves because she
I
was
have a
quiet.
lot
I
of
didn't hear about her at
feelings.
all for a while. I didn't even know what her name was until 5 episodes in. And next thing I know, I'm like, they need to get married. But they,
Oh, straight up, straight up. Like I actually am finding myself shipping Haley and Megan,
yeah,
and also um being fully engrossed in the drama of Megan and Dana
yeah,
and Haley and this whole dynamic, but we'll get to that.
yeah.
But Megan is specifically, yeah, having
She
that
didn't even really want to
meltdown.
be there. So part of maybe the undercut mess is she's
And
like, I really don't want to do this, babe. And she's like, come on, you have to do it. Like,
Dana's literally like, I want to like, Dana basically was like, I'm gonna leave you. Like
yeah,
she didn't say that straight up, but she was like, I still want to do this. And if you don't want to, she was literally like, suck it up, Buttercup.
literally suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck
And then
it up.
the audacity later on to act the way she is. I was like, will you
The audacity low
really?
key of the way both of them went off at each other about their separate experiences. Should we just like talk about each couple?
Yeah, I feel like
Or
that's
should we
kind of
talk about,
so hard to
okay,
say with this show. It's so.
because it's, I mean, well, how about this? How about this? We'll talk briefly. Let's talk briefly about before they all pick each other.
Mhm.
Only because I have thoughts
Okay.
about someone named AJ,
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's get into this one.
which AJ and Brittany are beautiful, first of all. They look like they'd be hashtagging like all of their things like hashtag lesbian black love, hashtag black love, hashtag like gorgeous. They're like gorgeous. They're got AJ's got the suit and the glasses. Brittany's got these fucking gorgeous. All her outfits are amazing. She's got amazing hair. I'm literally obsessed with Brittany. I'm obsessed with Brittany, and I can't believe everyone isn't falling at her feet. I don't, I don't, I
Okay, so
can't.
there's two ways about it. The
Hmm.
bad way, racism, which
Oh,
I think
yeah,
is
yeah,
probably at play to
for
some
sure.
extent, whether it's like intentional or not, because she's the
Yeah.
only like
They
black
are the only
femme.
black couple.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only black couple, which is a problematic as it is. When we shared the cast photos a couple weeks ago, Roseanne Noir was like, okay, great, just one black couple, that's fantastic. We're so excited for Netflix's diversity. It's like they're all fucked. Everyone's like, you should stop watching The Bachelor. I'm like, well, where am I supposed to go? And I know that there's shows that are doing it better. I
Yeah.
understand that,
Well,
but
and I will say this too. I will throw in that there is other diversity happening
of
that
course,
aren't black people
yeah.
within this. So it's like, yes, yes, for sure, one black couple, but Pilar, Megan, I
Mhm.
mean, even Dane, I'm trying to decide what I don't know Dana's, but Dana is giving something else there. Um,
I mean, look,
anyway,
yeah, but
oh, and Mel and Marie both,
yeah, of course, yeah.
both of them. So it's like there's a lot of interesting, but yes,
And
they
some
are.
body positivity, which I was
I was
excited about.
very impressed
Yeah.
with all of it, low key, because not only because we have like the kind of like thicker mass. We've got that like slim, classic Kyle androgynous dream.
LA Dykes, let's go.
Literally, they were Kyle and Bridget are giving Bushwick Dyke down. Like, straight up, I was like, these two are, oh my God, they're at coffee
Like literally the
shops.
Bridget right here. I'm just like it's giving like Portland wishes they could have somebody this attractive in their
The
town.
no, actually
Ugh.
though, because she and Kyle both are so hot.
Hi.
Hi, Noelle. They are so hot, and but like they are also so classic, like online
Mhm.
tender queer, like, well, I'm feeling like this, and I want to feel your feelings, and I want to understand the feelings that you're feeling, and about my feelings, and they're literally just like passing that back and forth, and the way that they are having their conflicts when they come back together is so like it's so funny to me because I want to be like, y'all are so it's fine. Like
So fine.
you're fine
It makes
actually.
me
Like
dramatic.
you're like actually fine. These other I don't know if you notice these other people, but they're not fine, and y'all are really fine.
Wait, so back to Brittany and
Yes.
AJ. So I think the more generous read could be a little bit of that Brittany was not really opening up to people when she was
I
doing the meetings with other people. And I think there's a level where like obviously we can get into the AJ
and
moment
AJ was opening up
to
too
everybody,
much to everyone.
until like Joanna, straight Joanna, she was like, "Oh my God,
Though
I've been thinking
literally
about you guys
probably
at
could have.
night." Like, what do you
Give her a minute with Joanna, and I feel like it could have happened.
Oh
Yeah.
God. But I think that like there a generous read would be like that. Maybe people were just like, I mean, Brittany's not really here to like. She wants to leave with AJ. They are a strong couple, regardless whether I think that they're like right for each other or whatever. Like I think Connie was like we were watching night one like upset that AJ's just not like like give that woman a ring. Like what, like she's done so much in
What
her
are
life.
you
Give her
waiting
a
for?
ring. Like what do you want to like make sure you have everything to give to her? She doesn't need anything. She's a Virgo who's already gotten her life figured out. Just be there for her.
There is so much happening with that
Yeah.
relationship because clearly AJ is a flirt.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
A
Like
nice
could
person though. Like in the end, I
nice
still
person for
you
sure.
know,
Well, a
okay.
charming flirt, but this is what I thought was really fascinating about watching AJ. AJ basically is like spitting poetry at these girls. Is like every cliche, corny Libra thing that AJ does with all of the women in the beginning, and then gets in that couple with Marie, and then ghosts.
Yeah.
They may as well have not been together the entire time.
I know. It's true.
And it's so funny that like AJ, and because then AJ drops these little crumbs, little sprinkles of what I think is happening here, which is first of all, AJ is in that weird space of like, I'm baby girl,
Yeah.
but I'm big strong mask.
Mhm.
But I'm like, you're baby girl, okay?
Well,
You're
you
baby
can be
girl.
both.
Literally be baby girl, but also no shade because I stand Brittany deeply and I need them to I want them I'm so sorry but I need them whoop I need them
Yeah.
apart. I need them
Yeah.
to break up because I have thoughts. um AJ I think is really good at like charming all of the people and good at all this. But when it comes to that commitment part,
Mhm.
I have a feeling AJ is intimidated by Brittany's success
Yeah.
and wants to humble her.
Um,
And it's competition. This
yeah.
is because this is the thing. AJ is a Libra, okay? Libras are just as competitive as Aries. They are just socially competitive. And so the way that AJ is masking the reasons behind not getting married, it's like, oh, well, I want to provide for you. With what job? Have we heard about AJ's job the entire time?
Well, they were like on the computer doing stuff during while Megan was futzing around, so they just kept, and I remember she was like, "Oh, I
I
really
was
liked when
working,
Megan was like
working.
there all the time for me," which is like I think it's like I don't want to say it, but
Say it,
like I mean, yeah,
say
there
it.
is a little
I'll
bit of
say
like,
it. I'll
yeah,
say it.
try to get her to leave her like, booming career or whatever to like take care of you.
When she literally was like, "Well, I know that like I'm your baby, but like Vitalux, like I think that was what her name is your baby too." And it's like, what? And I just, wish you could be home to cook and clean. And Brittany's like, "What did I do before that?" And she's he literally AJ's like lists everything. AJ, this woman is successful,
Yeah,
gorgeous, bought a fucking house. When AJ, did you catch
yeah. The AJ said it
when
was her
AJ,
house.
oh yeah, I bought a house. Oh wow, wow, it's so exciting for you.
Like,
Well, it's my girlfriend's house. My girlfriend bought the house. Yeah, AJ, fucking, I saw a TikTok. I may have sent it to you. I can't remember, but it was literally like, it was like, bro, you have the baddest bitch in here. I'd be cooking, cleaning, I'd be doing everything. And then it had them in this person in the background, like sweeping every corner of every part of the house, like literally exactly, exactly. So AJ not wanting to do that is
yeah.
because AJ still has up there something against the I'm baby girl because she wants to be baby girl, but she also won't contribute. She's just they are not correct together because if this is who she wants, she also has to accept that if you're going to be successful, you have to look. There's a reason. Unfortunately, it was gendered originally, but there's a reason that is if you make a lot more money and you work a lot more, the other person is at home managing your shit. Because guess what, people? When you have a full-time fucking job, it's hard to keep your house clean. Genuinely. Okay. I'm not, and this is, I'm saying, look, I'm on this crusade. Okay. It's just happened to be gendered
Yeah.
because of the way that the fucking society worked. But when you're still in a gay relationship, either direction, this dynamic still is present. You cannot avoid that one person inevitably, unless you're both superstar successful or both
Yeah.
dirt poor. But
Yeah.
if no matter what, there will be some type of income and time and work differential, which the other person will make up with on the things at home,
Well,
because it's
I loved
mm,
like later on, what was it like what was it Dana and Mel when they're like Mel was like, I don't want to have a baby, and she's like, you're lucky you're a gay, you have a woman to do the other one.
literally
And I was like, this is so it doesn't matter. You're two women. You both have to
no.
clean the toilet.
Both exactly. Like you're someone's gonna have to clean and someone's gonna make money and someone's just gonna have to fucking deal with it. And good like in this economy, and you can't appreciate your girlfriend buying a fucking house. We live in 2025. Hello. Anyway, I just was feeling so like by the end, because it's that last episode when AJ brings up, like, well, I just wish you could stay home and cook and clean more. I lost it. I lost it. I was like, "Are you fuck?" And then because then they were trying to that buck ass answer that was like, "Oh, and like, what if we get engaged and then the business needs more focus and
And you're
you
gonna
can't
stop the
focus on the
You didn't
engagement?"
even want to be engaged to me. Why would you care if I stopped the engagement? Like,
Like, hello, what the fuck? There's a lot of audacity happening from slutty AJ over here, and I need, I need them to chill.
yeah,
Like, it's just wild. And not impressive because I literally I need at this point, sorry, I'm a Capricorn Venus, okay? I need in writing. What are you doing, AJ?
yeah.
What's your job?
What do you bring?
What are we pulling in? What's the situation here?
Yeah.
How much is she actually footing over you here? And why are you fucking so focused on it? It's just
It's like, what do you bring to
because
the
she's a
table?
goddess.
Brittany brought the table as well.
She's so beautiful. She bought everything. She brought everything. Like I need them to break up so that Brittany can go on another show because
Yes,
she's so successful, gorgeous. She needs to be her company needs to be everywhere. Her Instagram needs to be popping. I'm just obsessed with her. And so I just can't believe that she got defaulted
I know.
to Marita, who is also the same thing as AJ, just wants to be fucking baby girl.
Wandering Eye, baby girl. It was
Marita and Ashley, I literally need to know what the fuck their deal is.
no.
Like they don't talk about what
And
they
listen, here's my Jane on. Jane
let's go.
on. We're
Let's go.
back. I remember hearing somebody from the first season say that they were already broken up and that producers convinced them to go onto the show in order to do it because they were not finding any queer couples to do it. I bet you they broke up already before the show even, and then they were convinced to do it. And so that's why they're both just kind of like, I mean, fuck it. Like, I
They
guess I'm
really
giving
are
you the
just like
ultimatum.
they're
But
like throwing in a towel.
because, like, how can Ashley say, I want to marry you so badly and I'm giving you the ultimatum, but, like, you have a wandering eye. Like, don't marry that bitch then. Like, what are you doing?
Also, Marita is like, you don't meet any of my needs. You don't do anything romantic. But also
Roommate?
some Marita, I also need her to be better at vocalizing what she wants
No,
because
we're like,
sorry to the hopeless romantics out there, but nobody can read your mind.
yeah,
Like, you need to say to people, I want this and this and this type of treatment. If
because
that's what
listen,
you want, accept the
her
expectation.
her trial marriage with Brittany was lovely. We also, it was fun, we're having a good time.
Wish I
They
saw
were
them make
both
out.
giving each other flowers, both, doing all these romantic gestures for her, but it didn't matter because there was no emotional connection behind those gestures other than like being nice. So it's like that's it just case in point, Marita. Like if Ashley brings you flowers, if there's no fucking energy behind it, you don't want the flowers. It's this is not a movie. This is not a Disney
Or
movie. Like
Marita, you can't do something for Ashley. And then when Ashley's like, I don't really need all that. I don't like that. And she's like, well, I wanted you to do that for me. It's like,
that's not
it's
how it
just so awkward. When they were fighting at the pool
works.
table, I was just like, what do y'all even like? I genuinely do not understand them. So it totally would make sense that they would have been broken up before.
And they
Like
just did it
I buy
for
that immediately.
and honestly, I
Um,
kind of stand and I hope, they gave us something to work with.
And also, if Netflix knew this information and still cast them, that's probably why their edit is so low key because they're just like very like sorry, but they're kind of like throwaway in the background characters. Like Ashley is barely on screen, and Marita was only on screen because of tension with AJ and to show like, oh, these the girls who got put defaulted together, they actually are totally fine.
Well, no, it's also
It's not an error in production at all.
no, I know, and I know that inherently when you do a sapphic version of one of these shows, like that's why
Yep.
they're always like we can't do a sapphic Love Is Blind because what do you do? Do you put all the femmes together, the masks together? And I've been famously to say, yeah, like be like toxic about it. Like I mean, I know that's not how real world is, like, but just
But yes, be
like
toxic.
let's be talking about it.
Ask
Like
and
get femmes who
also
only want masks and get masks who only want femmes and put them
or
in separate
get
pods.
yes, or get femmes and masks be who like a mask who's like, I only want masks.
Yeah,
Like put them on that, put like split everyone up on the
like just
correct
make it real.
sides.
It exists. So
Just do it.
but
Or make it a psychotic social experiment and isolate them all
and I
individually.
think that's the true way to do it. But I do think it's like funny. They're like, I guess we'll just put these two femmes together, and like, well, nothing's gonna happen, I
We'll
guess,
just
right?
hope.
Because femmes don't know how to top. I hate this slander
No,
as a new
honestly,
femme top.
you just have to have look, this is the thing. When first of all, when Mel asked Dana if she was a top or bottom,
Yeah,
and she was like, "Well, it's because you have those nails," and
yeah,
she's like, "Well, my ex told, or my partner told convinced me to get these,"
yeah,
and it's literally like, first of all, it's fine,
yeah.
whatever.
It's
Like
fine.
everyone can do whatever, and usually it's like you meet some new person and they bring some new vibe out of you, and it's just exciting. But yeah, no, these I was rooting low key. I mean, I knew Brittany
I don't
would
wanted them to
not,
make out in
but
front
I
of me.
needed Brittany. Yeah, I needed Brittany and Marita to make out. Even though Marita, I'm looking at that woman and I'm like, 25? 25? It was quite a quite something there.
They all live in fucking Florida. The sun is literally
The
outside of their
sun
door.
has oppressed Marita for
My girlfriend
sure.
is so mad at me. They're
She
from
needs
Florida.
look, look. Okay, Gio, did you fucking put that sunscreen on?
Yes. Yeah, but they're
Because
also Latina, so
exactly,
it looks good
exactly.
on them.
This girl is white and she is tight. Her skin is
Go, poodle. Now I'm
like my
having
one
the
of my friends
animal.
was literally one of my friends was literally like, I think she just needs like a couple little milliliters of filler
Yeah.
in her lip.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, girl, lean into the Florida of it all.
A
Oh
little
my
bit. I
God.
mean, yeah, like please, like it looks
Yeah.
like when
But
no, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay, so there's the whole that. So now we're gonna get into the more juicy ones. Like, where do we even start? Because I find all of them very interesting. When I saw that there was a couple there that had been together for 10 years, I was like, oh
oh,
my
that couple is
God.
I do want to talk about them, Pilar and Haley, because this can lead into Haley, Megan, and Megan Dana, and then
Yeah,
Dana Mel, because it does train us down this is a peak like lesbian chart
it's
because so Haley and Pilar are interesting because they were each other's first girlfriends at 18, very goes to college and roommates, and then accidentally you kiss drunk one night, and then you're like, wait a minute, are we in love? And I hot take, think they're not in love, at least not anymore.
no.
And not after the show's experience, but even at the beginning of the show, they are at the point where they need to admit that they are going to be those lesbians that are best friends
Yeah.
and exes because they are best friends at this point. But
But they
they're,
have no experience to know that. Like, because I mean,
and
it's like
yep,
because they've only dated each other, so they didn't realize that you can like break
yeah,
up and still live with your ex.
yeah,
No, but
yeah,
like,
low, no, no, literally.
but
And
you know,
Haley and Pilar are also pulling the most, I would say, I would say the most poly shit.
yeah,
Like I'm literally like, if anything, just open it up, y'all.
yeah,
Open it up.
yeah,
You'll be fine.
yeah.
Um,
Because
but
especially considering Pilar really liked both Kyle and Bridget, who are both giving to me Polly as well to an extent. Like
yes, yes,
obviously they
Kyle and
got real
Bridget
Bridget
too.
got really upset by a kiss, which is like okay, but
Well,
polyamorous people
yeah.
also get set up by it because if the boundaries were set a certain way and they were pushed, then there's that. We'll probably find out more about that in the next grouping of episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, okay, you guys, so Pilar, you both like Bridget and Kyle the same amount. You guys should just have a three-way, threesome,
I was
quadruple,
like, get it, get it, get that happening.
challengers. Have you seen it? And then
Yes.
you add in Haley, who's the most level-headed person in this entire class of fucking clowns. And
Yeah.
I am just like, it's just sad.
Yeah, no, it is. And because also Haley and Pilar are both they seem very generally emotionally stable. Like I will say Pilar has a lot more going on because of her family stuff. But like Haley is fascinating though, because by the time she gets with Megan and they have sex, and the way she very point blankly tells Pilar about them having sex, and Pilar's like, how many times? Pilar's like, well, I didn't count. Or not Pilar,
Yeah.
Haley's like, I didn't count. And I'm over here screaming because because Pilar also I think would have hooked up with Kyle too if Kyle was open to that.
And do you want to talk about that? Because that's that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we were. I don't know if it was like we weren't quite paying attention, but like when I wasn't quite paying attention, but Gio was when I guess Pilar and Kyle were having their kind of like attention there. It appeared to us that Kyle rejected Pilar, and then that's when she got really. And I was like, Kyle was like, "Are you playing a game here? Like you're just trying to like whatever." And when they were doing their interview and datings in the beginning. Pilar at one point, I don't know who they were talking to, maybe it was Kyle, was like, "Yeah, I mean, I've only been with one person." And they were like, "Do you ever worry about getting together, marrying her, and never having with somebody else?" She's like, "Yeah, I do think that. I think, yeah, it's like Pilar totally wanted to
Pilar
with
and
somebody
Haley
else."
needed to explore.
Yeah, and Kyle
They
wasn't the right partner for that.
no.
She should have gone with Mel, or you know, but
Or even low-key, I don't think Bridget would
oh,
have not. I'm
done.
just saying,
Yeah. I love that.
I kind of think Bridget and would have been a little more open
Yeah, to
to
that.
exploration,
No.
but no,
But
they
I think
y-
Pilar's just really butthurt that they didn't get to explore and
and
Haley
Haley
did.
did,
And
and literally said, "I love you."
oh my God, I love
That
you
when that when that shit happened, I ascend. I think I ascended to another planet, honestly. Because there's nothing like 3 weeks for lesbians to fall in love, you know? Especially, all right, so let's transition. So Haley and Pilar to now Haley and Megan. The the way that they are so, first of all, they're both Tauruses.
Oh,
So they were
I
both
keep
just
saying they're like we're so
very
aligned, we're so
validating to each other on the way that they're experienced. But wait, let me check real fast. Haley, though, this is crazy. Haley is Taurus Sun, Leo rising. So Haley has Sun in the 10th house, which is a very visible place for the Sun, the literal most visible and the most public, the most open version of herself to everyone else. Meanwhile, Megan has a Taurus Sun, but is a Gemini rising, which means
mm,
Megan's Taurus Sun is in the 12th house, which is hidden. It is hiding. It does not want to be visible. It's very hard to access and attain. Megan is very stressed about her identity
yeah,
in
yeah,
general
yeah.
and the
I
way
get
that she
that.
wants to show herself to the world. And I think that Haley, because of all that stuff I said about 10th house sun, is very visible about who she is and open with that. Also, which also is kind of an issue-ish with Pilar, who
Mhm.
has her problem with her family. So Haley, who has supportive family, supportive friends, out and about, out and proud, no problem. Pilar, hesitantly out, and it's harder for Haley, who's very comfortable, to be okay with that. Um, but Megan is like, I clocked the second Megan is very insecure about obviously about who she is. And it's so sad because like you can tell she's like the truest golden retriever mask.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
was like kissing Dana's like shoulder and
No,
neck and
she's
everything
very
throughout the
attentive.
whole thing. Like, did not want to leave her. Was
Yeah.
and I think
And
she thought she
was
could just
sad.
like threaten
Yeah.
to leave and get in and get her to like let's leave because like this
Yeah.
isn't good. But Dana just wanted to fuck somebody else. I'm sorry.
Dana was
Dana.
horny and Dana and Megan were equally falling hard for
Yeah.
their people
Yeah.
and did not know how to reconcile that with each other. So it became
I agree with you, but I
that's
think from even the part when she was mingling with people, I feel like Dana wanted to get out
Dana
of
was
the relationship.
way more into it all.
Like she
Yeah.
was like, that's the thing. Mel was like, or sorry, Megan
Despite
was
her
like,
being the one who gave the ultimatum,
exactly.
Dana was the most open to new connections with people versus Megan.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of like, and that's fine, but to
Yeah.
me it seems a little manipulative that she's even doing it this way, and then to have the audacity to be like, "How dare you go and fuck somebody else? How dare you have connection when I told you to do it?
The
You
way that
you
she
wanted
was
to
trying
leave, and I convinced you to stay." And then she says, Megan says, "I'm not comfortable if you have sex," basically, and then that's so
this is
now.
before anyone had sex also,
Exactly. This is
by the
before it even
way.
like started. And then so it's like, I'm sorry. And like I guess we don't technically have receipts yet. And I'm a little mad
They
at
didn't yet.
Haley
I was
for
gonna say
lying. What the fuck, bro?
no. All of that had me losing my mind because first of all, Dana and Mel are trying really hard to be coy as fuck at that table about the fact that they for sure have been fucking. Literally, the accusations are correct, okay? And then when they get it and get to turn it around on them because they Haley and Megan are a little more open about what they've been doing. And which still is a surprise to Pilar, it's a whole mess.
Yeah,
But
but
the way that Dana and Mel held it down until Spotify, when that when that when that shit happened, I was like, it's over. It's done for, bro. You don't fuck with a lesbian playlist. You don't fuck with copying songs from a playlist to go to another playlist with someone who's locked and it's a shared playlist and it's sex playlists of all the recent played. It's
Uh,
like, holy shit, dude.
dude,
And then they sat there and they go, heard, understood.
understood.
That that was a that was a problem. They didn't have shit to say. They didn't have shit to say. It was like I again, my body out of body experience watching this television
It's
show
so sapphic.
of
It's like I don't know why
yep.
that actually rivals last season's. Well, I was just showing her my name. Like, I think, but for some reason, the Spotify thing is almost just as like scandalous.
That
But I swear to
that was
God, if Geo did that, I would literally murder them.
no,
I'm not
like
even a jealous person,
again,
but that's like insane
it's
shit.
sacred. It's sacred. That shit is sacred, okay? If you're gonna fuck someone add to a playlist or whatever,
That's
throw on a fucking generic ass one
like,
from fucking Spotify. Throw on an album that you know you can just get down to top to bottom and it's not like you have to curate something because the second you fucking curate something like that, it is over. And Dana and Mel again, at that point too, they're sitting there with their matching tattoos
be like,
and
you didn't do
thinking,
anything wrong.
we haven't been fucking. What do you mean you have receipts? You know what the receipts are? Fucking lesbian intuition, bitch. You know that shit
Okay.
is that receipt is intense, okay? And like but then again, Megan and Haley were sitting there having also had sex.
No,
So
yeah.
it's just like by the time then and then by the time Megan tells Dana that they had sex and that they said I love you, and Dana loses her shit and calls her mother. Get a flight to Miami right now. I wanted to be like, Dana, 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 Dana,
What is she delusional?
y'all.
Like, what's happening?
We heard all the fucking, we literally heard they put your fucking sounds on this television program,
Okay.
and
I,
you're out here.
yeah,
I upset. I get it. You're
I'll
upset too,
give
but you did.
I'll
You have a
give
matching
them
tattoo.
credit in the sense that two things. One, we know producers are fucked, and we know they could have added
Rod,
sounds more than necessary. However, we did see you guys like kissing heavily on the couch
kiss
and then leaving.
and walking into the room,
And so like
and then hearing that.
something happened. But
They
also
got those sound from somewhere.
exactly. And listen, but then also doesn't matter because at one point, even after fucking Mel lies to Marie when she asks her in the car and she's like, "No, we didn't have sex." She goes home, goes back to Dana and is like, "Danya, or what's her name again?
Dana?
Dana?
Dana.
I'm like,
It's Dana, but it's spelled like day.
yeah,
Nah.
yeah, okay, yeah."
D-A-Y.
She goes back to Dana and is like, "I want to be with you." Like she was emotionally cheating on a major level. Like so, even if you guys didn't quote unquote fuck, you were emotionally cheating, got tattoos, do the Spotify thing, but
They
not
were talking about they were
together.
like, even if we're not together, we have to be in each other's lives. No, lesbians.
No,
No.
you don't.
Bad.
You don't.
Bad.
Okay, but here, let's to the audience, to you, and to the audience. Do you think that their definition of fucking is that Mel didn't use the strap? Because I think that they obviously fucked, but for some reason they're just like Mel's just like, no, we didn't, because
I didn't bring my hardware,
I
bitch.
didn't bring my hour. Yeah,
I didn't get my dick in her.
yeah. Like we couldn't bring it. The show said no. So what are you talking? Of course I didn't fuck her, you psycho. And it's like, okay, but finger blasting is just as
And fucking
honestly.
pussy eating, okay? Because when
They were like, she's like,
when
we kissed. I was
Dana
like, what? Did you kiss her vulva?
kiss vaginas together, like no,
Literally.
literally when Dana was like, what did y'all do? And Megan was like, everything. I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
She's like, I didn't even need the hardware, but I found like a tool in the kitchen.
Don't
I
worry,
did
we worked it
everything.
out. We had cucumber for dinner or later than I just borrowed that, like, and also
And for
that
us, good. I'm so happy for Haley, and not that Pilar, but Pilar is not a
Megan is so
but I
fine.
would
I
fuck
I
all of
actually
them.
said it. I
But
said it while watching. I was like, I bet Haley and Megan had great fucking sex
yeah,
too. I think that Mel and Dana's sex was probably like semi-drunk, semi a little, and it didn't seem like that was going to be as good.
No.
But like I have a feeling Haley and Megan like saw each other that night. You know what I mean? They like really connected, hence why they were like, I'm in love with
Yeah,
you. Like, yeah,
totally.
that is a wild one. And I'm actually really, really hoping that even if it doesn't happen via the end of the season, I am hoping that someone from this season gets together, not in their original couple,
Yeah.
just for the drama
I
at the
need it.
reunion.
I need it.
Yeah, because last season everybody was, well, last season everybody fucking got engaged when none of them should have.
Yeah,
And then
literally.
that reunion was a actual shit show. Um, so hopefully we don't have to deal with no, like
I just
remember how
rewatched it like not that long ago because I think
no.
Gio hadn't finished watching it or something.
Oh
I was
God,
like,
reunion is a skip.
yeah, it was like crazy and like the drama
It's
with
so yeah,
Milford and
yeah.
Tiff and all of it. But yeah, I mean we got close where we thought like, oh, Mel's friends with Lex. Um Vanessa's friends with that other soccer dyke. Um
Oh yeah.
can't
Yeah, yeah,
remember her
yeah.
name,
No, I know. The
but
blonde.
yeah, but
No.
no one ever like really hooked up again. So we need that
Yeah.
from this one. I actually surprisingly, as much as like we're giving everyone, I'm surprisingly thinking that we might get two engagements out of this. Whether you,
Oh,
I
I think that a lot of these couples are going to stay together when again, none of them
yeah,
should.
exactly.
I actually think the only couple that might be able to be okay and work it out is Kyle and
Bridget.
Bridget.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, and I have a feeling AJ and
Brittany will get
Brittany will
it.
get engaged,
Yeah,
but could possibly not be together
yeah,
by the reunion. I
hmm
have a feeling Ashley and Marita are over.
yeah.
Pilar and Haley are over. Megan and what's Mel and Marie? I don't know because
Okay,
they're
let's talk about that dynamic.
Mel.
So
I yeah.
Marie,
Ick.
it's like Marie
Who
also
gets with
was
AJ?
like, yeah, who was also like just so down to go with AJ, which is fine. Like honestly, I think for at first it's like she just wants to like do the experiment,
Well,
you
and
know.
AJ also again pulled everyone
Yeah,
in to the point where all three of them thought they were getting chosen by AJ.
exactly. So it's like okay, and then immediately they're like, oh, there's no substance here. AJ's not actually providing any emotional like intimacy. Um, and then they go and see
Literally seeing
Brittany and it
Brittany.
says me and whatever. So like I thought it was all whatever. But then yeah, like I think she just really was operating under the mindset that Mel was gonna be, faithful. And considering Mel was the one that gave the ultimatum. No, it was the other way around. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's yeah, Marie gave. Wait, I'm checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie gave the ultimatum to Mel.
Okay, well, but yeah, I mean, and Jo clocked Mel immediately as just like a player type person.
The fucking
Yeah.
that fucking hair, bro.
Yeah.
That fucking I don't whatever it is, it's either Mel either needs to wash it or use less product. What the fuck is going on there? It looks terrible.
Drag him.
Terrible. It's actually insane how much I wanted to see Megan with her hair down and Mel with her hair up.
Yeah, like
When Mel had her hair up, it looked good. I was like, wait, that is the top bun dyke
yeah.
right there. I needed Megan. I also need Megan to cut her hair. Oh my God. The amount of fucking puss that fucking Megan would get if she cut her hair short. I'm anyway.
All right,
Woo!
Shannon. Okay, give me a
Anyway.
second. We'll take a five
No,
minute break.
literally, anyway, I am sweating, okay? But that hair on Mel is rough, and yet the player attitude, the like slinging into every fucking girl with the arm out, the like the looking at them like the like yeah, what she yeah, baby, oh yeah, baby
It's like,
girl. It's like I'm like well, like, I the ick that I would have gotten from actually from both Mel and AJ
yeah,
would have been Swift.
yeah,
Swift.
yeah. So I was like, no, no, no,
Immediately
no.
talking to me, I'm like, because there was this one back to the beginning when there's one moment when Marita was like, "This way you'd look at me, AJ." And the second they did that, they showed AJ locking in specifically to be like, "Sorry for any. This is advertisement for YouTube. And I was like, AJ, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Ah! Like, just you're trying to you anyway, it's that Libra Scorpio combo. Cornballs.
But she just
Anyway,
she was like
but
just too smooth. And the
it
thing
was
is, but then she was immediately met by somebody who was eagerly wanting to like basically like get into it with her.
honestly, it's
You
low
know.
key glad though. Think about if she actually picked Marita, Marita would have fallen in love with her, and
Oh.
AJ would have broken that girl's heart. Big time.
Mm,
Big time.
yeah.
But anyway, back to Mel. Yeah, the ick from
Mhm.
Mel is insane, and I cannot believe that Mel pulled Dana,
Yeah.
like, because Dana's hot as fuck too. And I was just like, what the
Well,
fuck? But
okay, so
their dynamic makes more sense though for the energy that Dana wants. Dana wants some fire, and Megan needs a softie.
yeah, literally. I did find it to be, I was just like, if I was Megan, I'd be so mad that my femme girlfriend chose the other long-haired POC mask and immediately jumped on her bones in front of me, didn't say hi to me, was like, and then Mel and her were just so like,
That
we're in
was
our own
crazy.
world, and like they're gonna regret so much once this airs. Oh my God. But anyway, but poor Marie, it's like, what, but she's also being like naive about it.
Maria's being Delulu, big time. The way she's like, she sat there. She sat there at that same table, listening to all the Spotify stuff, listening to Mel lie about having sex with someone in front of her, and is now walking around with Mel, holding hands,
You can have
whatever.
kids. I know that you'll eventually get to it. I
You'll
know
be fine.
eventually you'll be fine. I know eventually, um, you know, they will, you will, well, our communication will get good enough one day.
Literally, I hope that in a few years we'll have good communication. I'm like, honey, no, you are too far gone. It's done. What? It was Marie, sweet baby, genuinely. That's why I'm just like, oh, girl, please no. Like, and I feel so bad for Marie choosing AJ, thinking AJ was gonna give the energy AJ was giving before the choosing. And
It was like the choice and it was in capital letters, like Jesus.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. And literally, it's like, how are we not returning? And then again, AJ going off. But yeah, Marie, Delulu, Mel, player.
ugh.
And I actually think that Mel might propose to Marie. And I don't think Megan and Dana are staying together.
Mm.
Like, but low key, I still wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I know. It's like
I wouldn't be surprised if
because
every
Mildred and
single
Tiff did, and I'm not saying like
exactly.
the other parts
No,
of this
yeah,
are
no, no,
in play,
right,
but I'm
right,
just saying
right.
even
Like
before we found out about that, they
other
were,
toxic people
yeah, but they
got
were still
together.
toxic even before we found out the other
I
parts of
mean,
it.
even Lexi and Ray
Oh
were
yeah,
also someone I was like, you should not be together, and they still fucking got engaged, and it was so insane. And but yeah, I definitely to see Mel and Marie getting engaged, but I could also easily see Mel and Dana getting together. And I really hope that Megan and Haley get together, which unfortunately leaves Pilar, but Pilar also needs to explore in a like, I mean, it seems like she's like a secret, like hot, fun girly pop, like goes out and wants to like kiss up on you when you're dancing and all that stuff. And so I'm kind of like, girl, just go to a big city gay bar. You're in Miami. When this is done filming, just go go find some. Because yeah, they do
you're in
need to
Miami, so
like
you can do it.
because well, and Pilar is the Libra, and it's like Pilar, you're the like flirty, fun, go out Venetian girly, whereas um Haley's the Taurus, like I said, and Haley's the one who's gonna lock it down, like with people, like hence why she's also the one who's giving the ultimatum
She's just a
to
little bit more,
Pilar.
yeah, she definitely, now knowing a little bit more about her star stuff, I'm like, she is definitely the one that is the most like level-headed in considering all of it. And,
Yeah,
you know, I think
yeah.
in a weird way, if she's almost like trying to make Pilar like grow up a little bit. like giving her the ultimatum, putting her on. Not that this is a good way to do that. Oh my God, I sound like a
No,
psychopath.
but that's definitely it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. That is likely their logic,
Yeah.
not ours.
I would never do that to my friend or my lover. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, also one other thing that I we didn't mention, Megan said that she and Dana were going to get matching tattoos after the show, and Dana literally copy paste the playlist, did the matching tattoo thing, like
They are so
got with the other copy paste. Literally, I'm sorry,
yeah.
Mel, no shade to anyone. So sorry, but Mel is definitely giving Walmart version of Megan
Literally.
because Megan, like, sorry, but
A little.
anyway, like I don't know,
And
but I'm
if I
trying to
want to be, and if I want to be a cunt about it, I'm really,
do it.
I don't like.
Join me.
Uh, but it's like maybe she's like she knows that she can boss around Mel more because Megan is the more superior,
No, honestly,
confident
I
one.
see it. I see it
And
for
she's
sure.
slowly seeing that she's coming out of her shell. Like you said before, Megan has a lot of identity
And I,
insecurity, but she's already
yeah.
working through it. She's getting through it. She's learning more. When
Be-
she meets Haley's stunning supportive parents who wait, no, sorry, that was Kyle's parents. But regardless, like
there were people, but what it was is that Haley held space back
yeah.
to
Oh,
holding
true. And
space
we did actually still
for
meet Haley's family, and they were really sweet
right.
to Megan. Yeah.
But Haley, I think, was better for Megan because Haley lets Megan be like I don't know, work like I feel like Haley has that container for
Mhm.
Megan to kind of explore and understand that like this is okay. Whereas Dana's like, why don't you want to show me off? Like I really think that Dana has that femme energy
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
I am the bad bitch that you should be so proud to be with. And Megan's like, I am proud to be with you. It's that I'm not proud of myself, basically, or
Yeah.
prideful in myself. And so it's hard for her to show that type of love for Dana, who Dana
Show
needs
off.
someone like Mel who's gonna be like, yeah, baby girl, you're my queen, and like walk around with her holding hands, no problem, family fine, whatever. But even Mel was like, I don't talk to my family, but
I don't care.
was like, yeah, I was like, it's not a big deal to me, like whatever. And so yeah, I
Mm,
don't know. But Dana, I think she said or did someone say Dana is definitely, I think she even said that she could feel like the villain of the season. I don't know. She's giving villain of the season, unfortunately.
yeah.
Because even though again, Megan also slept with Haley, the way that Dana's moved through like all of all of the trying to lie about it and then until you couldn't lie about it anymore kind of thing, it's just like a bad look.
Yeah, I think she will, unfortunately, like, I think the audience members have also wised up a little bit more since last season, um, and to see different, like, dynamics at play. Again, if any of them are listening, I don't think you're a bad person. I'm sure
No, absolutely
we're
not.
obviously not getting all of the
We're
context.
literally just watching a television
We just
show.
fell out of the coconut tree, and this is how it is. But, uh, that's how it is. And in the end, I'll say
But
this.
I can't see your charts.
Yeah, exactly. So we are making a slightly educated scientific guess.
I'm not wrong.
We have never been wrong when it comes to the charts.
I have never been wrong a day in my life.
Which, okay, we have to end this real quick before we end it talking about Clayton and Rachel Recchia going on the challenge or perfect match, sorry.
Perfect
Uh
match.
and what that means in their charts. But yeah, I totally agree. I think and in the end, much like I felt with the last season too, I'm here for it all because in the end, if it makes you not like with somebody that you're not supposed to be with, then actually Dana's fine. Like she's not even that big of a monster. I don't even care. Like you
No. Oh
shouldn't
my
be
God, no.
together. It's fine.
No. Yeah.
So
I think all these people, none of these people are doing anything out of the realm of what the show expects you. And
so
like
yeah,
that's
that's
the other thing too, is it's like, hey guys, I don't know if you saw what this show is
Yeah.
that you came on,
Yeah.
but it is extremely highly likely that people will have sex with other people
Mm-hmm.
or hook up or kiss or even be emotionally close. And you have to prepare yourself for that. You can't just like go on this show thinking that everyone's gonna be like you're gonna miss each other the whole time and be together forever. Like, no, this is probably actually gonna break you up. Like statistically. So
Uh,
just honestly, this is a great platform for a couple that's been fighting and ready to break up. Like straight up. Like a great way to go on, get yourself influencer famous, make some drama, meet some new people, and then break up at the end, and it's just part of the show. It's fine. Like, no worries.
yeah, if you want to break up with your partner, just do this. It's
Yeah, literally, Marita and Ashley, they're on that train.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
As are, I think, Loki, Dana, and Megan.
Yeah.
And also, I think Haley and Pilar,
Yeah.
I don't think they realized that they needed to break up before being here. And I think they are realizing now that they just need to break up. Like, and that, like,
I think at some point at
that you
eight
can,
years you
like,
don't want to
be
like
okay with
give up with it
separating.
on it. Yeah, you just
Yeah, yeah.
wasted time.
Well,
But you didn't waste time.
you were,
But
yeah, no, I think that it's fine. And I think, honestly, this is a great age to start getting gay with it and exploring.
yeah,
Like, who
sure.
cares? There's more gay people out there than ever before.
Yeah, statistically, it's so
Um,
true. But
yeah.
we did lost a couple, Fletcher, JoJo.
Yeah, we are
But
losing some strong soldiers.
okay, we'll wrap up.
JK, everyone.
We are going to recap the next episodes when they come out. So we'll get into that. But before we leave, I wanted to say that how perfect was it that they talked about Fletcher on the show, though? It was like it couldn't have Netflix was
Before
nutting their pants.
before that this was filmed before any of this stuff happened. And
Anything.
they go, Fletcher's just the right amount of gay. I'm like, oh boy. Y'all don't even fucking know what you're about to
They like
get to.
Netflix probably called Fletcher's camp and they said, "Oh, are you guys? We're about to hit
Oh,
release on the episodes. Are you guys still okay with us mentioning her? What was the
no, what it
context
probably
again?"
was, it was probably that Fletcher was probably thrilled
Well,
to
I'm just
have
saying, and
this
her
back
camp
on
was like,
television.
"Yeah, you can go
Wait,
ahead."
oh, totally. Yeah, actually, you should totally put that out there that she's really gay. Yeah, gay, 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 gay.
We love it.
Um, yeah, no, but
Stream the boy out now.
have you actually listened to the song?
We did. And then we listened to girls what are the or it's not a phase or I don't whatever the other song she did where she's like, I had to tell my mom it's not a phase.
Oh
I like to
God.
eat pussy. I'm not sure if that's the lyrics, but
No, but Boy is actually just a bad song.
it's a
Just
bad
bad.
song.
It's
Yeah.
a bad song. Like it is a bad song and it's also a stupid song.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, we back to straight people, even though low key, hear me out. Hear me out.
It's already it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna crack
It's
ship
gonna
something
happen.
real hardcore. All right. Clayton and Rachel Recchia are both going to be on Perfect Match, which surprisingly I was unspoiled on because meanwhile there's an entire couple, AD and what's his fuck from Love is Blind UK, who are literally engaged and pregnant and posted about that shit online. No, and Perfect Match is using that as ad for their show because this is where they fucking met. They met on this season, Perfect Match. And they've already posted about their pregnancy, everything. So a lot of that cast was like spoiled to
Yeah.
me, basically.
But
So Rachel and Clayton posting, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because first of all, both of them, Rose Ceremony from Hell Redo
I know.
on Netflix. And also Rachel with her face, the new face, which
Bleached eyebrows.
love her, but she is giving a new face.
Hmm.
Clayton with his new self-worth, the dancing,
New
the
curls.
bod, the curls, the mullet. Yeah, honestly, I'm super excited because I think they're going to be really good. But this is my crack ship moment. Okay. I don't know. Did you watch the last season, Minneapolis of Love is Blind?
No. Maybe.
Okay. There was a girl on there. Her name is Madison, and she is hot as fuck. Looks like Hillary Duff from the OG, like
Mm.
OG, gorgeous. Has awesome tattoos everywhere. Cool as fuck. Bisexual.
Oh,
Bisexual. Did not mention on the show at all. Well, they cut it out for sure. Not mentioned on the show,
I'm not reading
but
right now.
mentioned online post show. So she's bisexual, okay? She is also on this cast, all right? Rachel Recchia and Madison.
Yeah,
Mm, mm.
I want it.
I need it. I need it more than I need air. I literally saw Madison posted on her thing, and I literally commented on it, I was like begging you to kiss a girl in this season. Like, please, please, please. I need it for my own visual um joy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I need it for my eyeballs, okay? Because Madison is so hot. It's absurd. She's also such a mess, and she's a Leo, and she's crazy. And I'm,
it'd be
whew,
amazing. It'd be
it's
amazing.
bad.
Maybe
So
what
anyway,
Rachel is?
Rachel is Pisces.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget?
Of course she is.
Crying queen.
And Clayton is a Taurus. So they will be interesting. And I am excited to see Clayton dating around again. I'm not sure though. Like, I think Rachel will do great, but I'm not sure about Clayton. However, this show is interesting because there's a lot of have you watched Perfect Match?
No, but I mean,
There's a lot of possibility of you getting out, then coming back, and getting out, then coming back.
yeah,
Like, so it's a weird kind of switcheroo. It's like if Bachelor in Paradise had a set cast and every time you got eliminated, you would come back eventually.
yeah.
Like, so,
I
yeah.
think it's gonna be interesting to see when the timeline was, like when did they film? Because Clayton was going through all of that stuff with that psychopath,
They
and
filmed this a while ago. Like, I
that
think
was like probably when that was still happening, and so
last
he was
summer,
probably not like really mentally well, which is fair because he was being victimized,
straight
um,
up.
and I just hope I hope that for his sake that the editors don't like fuck him over more than necessary.
Yeah, I really hope that Netflix does him some justice, lets him do a little of his
Especially since all the
dancing.
Gabby stands are ready to like, eat his fucking nuts off.
Yeah,
It's calmed down since you and I podcasted, obviously, because there was a million other things that
yeah.
happened, like a war and what have you. But um, I think people are the second he does anything weird on screen again, it's gonna be
I mean, he
oh.
will,
Get a
there
social
will be
media
a
manager,
meme.
Clayton. Just back off the phone and just like put your
Yeah,
phone in the closet and don't go to it.
exactly. No. And or like embrace that you're just like a silly
Yeah,
goofy guy
yeah.
and you're
Dance,
gonna look
dance
silly
through it.
goofy.
Dance through the cringe. Make some cringe,
Dance those
you
feelings
know?
out, bro.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really hope that he and Rachel like have like a because especially with the with the Gabby and Clayton drama, it would be fascinating if Rachel and Clayton were like cool on this season
Yeah. And then
because of the context of
yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, but I'm just so excited to see Rachel looking hot
Yeah.
on a
Same.
television show again. And honestly, Clayton pretty hot too.
No, I know he's looking good.
He's looking good.
Looking
He's
good.
looking good. And um
I hope he finds a nice
yeah, and I don't hate him. Yeah, I
Midwest
don't
nice guy, vibe.
yeah. And honestly, some I could see some girls from other shows not knowing who he might be.
Right.
I think he's far enough out on Bachelor to where if you weren't really watching it and you're like a newer influencer girly, you maybe don't pay attention and you
Yeah.
don't know him.
Yeah.
And he's hot and he's tall and he's fit. And so I don't see why he won't at least get matched up with someone for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. And also, okay, there's this other random show called, have you heard of Destination X?
No.
Well, Pilot Pete is on it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so it's interesting because another girl from the last season of Love Island, Janae, is also on it. They dropped Janae and Pilot Pete into the cast like 2 or 3 episodes in as a like surprise, and they're on the cast. But this show is very interesting. I'm trying to like see if I can get into it. I need to probably binge watch because I
Yeah.
did watch the first couple episodes, but before Peter showed up. But the concept is that you are in a bus that is blacked out and you're driven. I know,
And
you're driven.
if it goes underneath 30 miles per hour, it explodes.
Yes. No, so you have no windows and they drive you around to different places and then they give you these blindfolds and they and earmuffs and they drop you into locations
Oh.
like and make you try to figure out where you are. And usually they drop you into them. It's not that hard, but it's very just like it's giving Amazing Race, but
Yeah.
social strategy because there's a lot of like teaming up and voting people out and not trusting and sabotaging, etc. Whereas Amazing Race, you're like just in your own teams most of the time and you're not, but you're all, but this is the you have to guess where you are. And so they drop them into monuments, not like places where they could look around and just like look at a sign, right? They drop them into places where you have to like look at architecture or art or monuments or whatever the fuck and figure out what's up and or go through some small town and that doesn't have as like they were outside Rome and they were in like Italian towns and anyway, it's interesting.
You
But
drop my ass at La Quinta in Palm Springs, I find it immediately. I know where I'm at.
hell yeah. Let's keep hell yeah. Because the screams of Hannah Ann are still
I see her to go by on a fucking golf cart. I'm like,
on the
I know
golf
exactly
cart.
where I'm at.
She's stuck. She's stuck. She lives there now.
She has a good.
But Pilot Pete's on that one, and I'm trying to think. Wait, Traitors season forecast.
Oh.
Colton
Oh, right.
Underwood is the only Bachelor representation.
The only one. Ah.
Mm-hmm. And my deeply unfortunate hot take is I kind of think Colton will eat at the
No, I've
Traitors.
seen that take, and I think it's not wrong. I mean, in fact, I think it's probably correct.
Like he's literally a cunty gay guy
Well, and
who
he knows how
stalks
to
someone.
lie.
I was gonna say, like, he'll be great at it.
Knows how to lie.
No, he needed to go on World's Toughest Test before this. He
Yeah.
needed to be beaten into submission before he could make his reality TV debut on a fun, cunty, cool show.
No, that's the thing.
Um,
It's like everyone's like, oh my God, look at this fun guy. And it's like, my
no.
favorite thing is I've been listening to this podcast called Stradio Lab with these two gay men from Brooklyn comedians who talk about straight topics. They like bring a comedian on and they talk about topics. They're like, the topic of this episode is Denver. They just like roast.
It's
It's a
amazing.
straight topic.
I mean, that's basically this podcast
So
of
and
Bachelor
like
the Bachelor.
they did a Bachelor episode too, and I was like, you guys are missing all the gay context. Anyway, whatever. But one
That's
time they
another.
randomly they brought up it was like around when Colton was getting his like redemption arc, and they were just like, God, this man Colton is the worst. Because they're just like these catty gay men just talking about another gay man in their community of entertainment. And I was just like eating it up. I'm like, I love
No,
when
it's
other
perfect.
gays just don't know shit about him, but they're just dragging him and they're like, and they give him a fucking Netflix show? Like what the it's
And
like,
now he's literally married and has a child, I think.
yeah,
I think he has
you're
a
a rich
literal
man. Yeah, like come
child
on.
married to a rich zaddy. It's like the quickness at which again,
White people in
there's
this
no
franchise
such
never experience any consequences. Hannah Brown's about to be back on my television screen in less than 2 weeks. And you're telling me that I'm supposed to be normal about that? I saw a fucking post. I don't know how serious this is, but they were like, oh, people are wondering if Rachel Kakano might be the next Bachelorette if the show ever survives. I'm like, I'm going to start shooting people.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's yeah. No, the next Bachelorette actually needs to be Taylor Paul from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Now we're talking. Now
Because
we're
she posted a reel that was very much like I should basically be the next Bachelorette. And I saw that shit and I was like, girl, you would save the franchise. Plus, remember, finale episode. We are talking about Latia.
yeah,
And we talk about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives at the direct lead-in crossover to that.
I keep
Latia, her being the top, the runner-up to Grant. Bring in Taylor. The community is used to the Mormons. They're used to it now. They loved Latia, and Taylor is the slutty Mormon, okay? She's got two baby daddies and but this is the thing. Mormons are made for this process. Let's get Taylor on there and let's have a but she's hot as shit. Fucking slim, got them big old fake titties, great plastic surgery. She doesn't drink, so the alcohol budget will be lower. All the men can drink around her, and she'll just have her sodas with fucking milk in it or whatever. And anyway, Taylor would be an amazing bachelorette. She already is proven to make incredible TV, wears all her emotions on her sleeve. She would save the franchise. because that crossover is already waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Hakeem was in the background
Yeah,
of
exactly.
fucking the Halloween party
Perfect.
of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And
Perfect.
it's like I don't know. I need it.
I feel like
So
it would really, because like she gives off like that she is actually serious about finding love too, and
yes.
feel like it would actually for
And she would get
TRR.
engaged to someone
Yeah,
and stay
absolutely,
engaged and get married
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
be and that
yeah.
speed is no problem for a Mormon.
No, and
Uh
frankly, okay, we have to wrap. But yeah, Grant should have obviously chosen Latia because now he and his MAGA bride to be are no longer, which
yeah.
none of us could have guessed that. Um,
But don't worry, Latia is a gaslighter survivor.
well, that was also like, oh
I'm
no,
sorry, but I was like girl power and all that, but that was
it didn't
unhinged.
happen.
That's unhinged. He was not gaslighting you, girl. That was a television show.
Yeah,
This
not
was
me being like Nick Viall for once and being like, I think we're misusing the word.
It was literally the producers. Producers forced all of this shit to happen to you, girl. He was going with the fact that you're both the top two, and he has to tell you both that he likes you still. Like, what the fuck? That's I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. What are you gonna
she's
do?
still she's still hot as fuck
Mm,
and probably should also be the next bachelorette, but they're not doing that. So
no, I'm. Oh my God, I can't even.
maybe she'll show up at Paradise.
Okay,
Anyway, Paradise will be
in
interesting.
Paradise will be.
It's
I'll
going to
be
be Love
ready.
Island, by the way. Everybody who's never watched Love Island, highly recommend you watch it to get ready for what Paradise is going to be because
Yeah, they're doing.
it's going to be Love Island. I guarantee it.
Okay, yeah. Well, and that's fine. We're getting a new
I
location.
know that's what I mean because it's going to
Yeah,
be in a house.
yeah. So they
I
can.
love Love Island.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I need to watch at least one episode so I can get my
If
ass.
they have them all sleeping in beds together in their same room, I'm ready.
Okay.
Anyway,
Ash Talks Tea, if you're listening, you're gonna be on my first episode for Paradise because I know you're a Love Island girly, and so I need somebody who is just as passionate about it to give me all of the breakdowns of what happens. Um, okay. Well, yeah, speaking of which, I'll be back for that, y'all. My break is now basically over, and I feel good mentally and physically for the most part. So thank you guys for your patience. I did
yay!
a lot. I missed you. But now we're here. We're back. And Shannon, I love you so much. I'm glad we got to do this. We'll obviously talk about the gays next time when they drop more, which I mean God, dropping 7 was a beast, but
I know,
you did
but
good. You did
also I understand why because I feel like I could see the rest of the episodes either having so much crazy drama or ramping down on the drama.
which is
Which is why they needed to have this big seven drop.
that's a good point.
Or they just knew that it was going to be good as shit this way
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatever. But it was wild times and I'm very excited for the next dump, which I think is the second.
Okay, cool.
So
Good. All right.
I guess next weekend after 4th of July festivities
Yeah.
weekend.
We'll come back and celebrate
Yes.
America in a true way by talking about some more crazy dykes.
Yes,
All
slay.
right. I
Honestly,
love you so much.
the fact that they didn't release this in time for it to be over within Pride Month.
No, it was pretty great.
What's going on here?
Yeah. I was like, you guys could have done it like a couple weeks ago. I would have been fine with
Just like 2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks.
it. Yeah.
It's all you needed. But whatever. We'll watch it after fucking 4th of July.
Luckily in Portland we have Pride in mid-July too, because we
Love.
celebrate Juneteenth here and like we don't take off the downtown area and stuff, which is really good. And so we have basically almost 2 months of Pride here, which is
Wow,
really fun.
perfect.
So
Jealous.
yeah, Donald Trump's nightmare. Okay.
Woo!
But guys, I love you so much. I do have to go get ready to do a Twilight drag show that
Have
I'm
so much fun.
hosting. So
I was seeing y'all post about needing a concession person, and I wish I could have done that
I
so
know
bad.
you would have been so
I
good.
would have loved it. And I have my food handler's card.
Uh,
I didn't know what that other thing was.
yeah, it's an Oregon liquors thing, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
we can fake it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay,
Uh,
well,
all right, guys, stay gay. Bye.
bye. Happy Pride.